Welcome to your predictions for August of 2022, Virgo. We're going to get into your reading real quick, like speed. First, though, hit subscribe, and then at the end of this reading, the rest of this information on Hangman Tarot and on this reading will be at the end. So if you want to stay tuned for that, you can totally check it out. Other than that, I am going to get into your tarot card reading, but I'm going to do an oracle card current reading to see where you are as far as your current energy. And then we are going to get into that tarot card prediction. The reading is going to be for, again, August of 2022. Ooh. I can't keep these cards together. They're just too stiff. I can't deal with it. All right, so Virgo, I'm getting a feeling currently you are being distracted by something. Now, this is only because this is something that comes in as a test, and it's something that you're tested on quite often, actually. So you are dealing with something, maybe some sort of a problem, experience, obstacle, however you want to look at it, but you're literally just kind of distracted from it. So you just kind of distract yourself from anything instead of solving it. It's just like a little procrastination type of thing, I guess, but it is on a new beginning, but that is where you are currently. And there is some growth here currently. It's like you're feeling very open. I feel like you're very open right now. Let me get a couple more cards here. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely getting good at opening up. You're definitely getting better at it. Currently, you're in a place where you're kind of proud of yourself for this self-development. You're pushing yourself a little bit further and further every time. So that's a plus. It's like there's always opportunities for that too. There's always opportunities there for you, and you're really trying to work on that opening up your heart. But whatever desire that you're feeling to explore, go towards it. And right now you are high in energy when it comes to empowerment, truth. Maybe there's some information that's empowering you to do something, to grow, to, add into these, non-distractions, trying to deal with anything creative wise, having that honesty, having that truth, and empowering yourself and kind of fueling it with that so that you can change and you can grow. So it's a nice current energy. It's very, very nice. Let me get into this reading for you. We're going to get into your financials first, and then along the way, we will end up confirming that current read. So that just kind of happens along the way. It's just a nice little mix of the oracle reading with tarot. All right. Three of Pentacles, darling. Okay, so in upcoming August, there's definitely something that you're going to be doing as far as planning, and this will have something to do with your work, your business. Could even have something to do with maybe a collaboration with another person. I'm really feeling that vibe with that Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you may be partnering up for something or progressing something because you're joining forces with somebody. So in upcoming August, there's definitely some sort of recognition for this talent, and one or the other, there's a seeking out of this situation, but this is definitely going to happen. There's Two of Cups. I mean, this could even be dealing with somebody that you are reconnecting with. This could have something to do with somebody that you're, partnering up with as far as business, but there is some sort of emotional state here though, too. Maybe the motion of it, maybe it's just pretty nice and serene and calm. However you want to utilize that, there's a couple different storylines that you can utilize. So make sure that it fits and aligns where you are at. I do think that it's going to be huge on the committing scale. So this is going to be a huge planned project. And there's a lot of progress in August with this. So that's a plus. What is the likely outcome of this situation? What do we got coming up in August for the likeliness in outcome? Okay, so this could be putting you in a place at the end of August of almost like a feeling of freedom. Okay. This could be putting you in a place of transformation, just like you're kind of at the ending of an old cycle and you're ready to start a new one. So you're definitely going to get into a very peaceful place with that, like, especially after all the hell you've been dealing with, really. So I do feel like there will be a celebration that'll be upcoming, and it's going to, because it's going to create this sense of community, or, a nice little network of relationships or friendships for you. And this will always change and grow, but this is something that has that potential. Okay. And I feel like it's just very spiritual. It's very connected. It's very nice. I don't see anything bad happening here at all. None. All right. Let's get into your business. What do we got going on? Actually, let's do coins. Let's do your money bag. Okay, so I just talked to you about kind of being at the ending cycle of something. So this is just indicating 10 of swords. That's also indicating an ending or some sort of kind of bouncing back or recovering from something. Now, this could be mentally, I mean, you could be dealing with something as far as like bouncing back from something that, you were having to communicate, maybe being, super smart and logical about, or you're just curious about something in general. But there is going to be a new beginning again with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this opportunity, it's coming along for a reason. There's definitely a lot of resources with it, and there's a lot of abundance afterwards. So I wouldn't pass it up if I were you. This is going to have a lot of potential and opportunity. And it is a little low in energy. So I'm just kind of wondering if maybe it's not something that you've really thought about very much, or you haven't been offered quite yet. But once you get there, anything that is kind of surrounding that low energy is going to be because it's a challenge. Okay. Especially if you were to look over the entire experience or the information that goes with it, you're going to feel resistance, or you're going to add resistance to it, because again, it is going to be a challenging scenario. But I feel like this is something that is seeking you. So you need to put some action into this so that you can move forward. And with determination, I really feel like that's where you're headed. Likely outcome of this. Yeah. Lots and lots of money. That's right. 10 of Pentacles, honey. So lots of security. This is going to bring such a sense of safety, because this is the money. This is the gold. This is the, the accounts filling up or whatnot. You will be gaining some access to some very welcomed money stuff. Okay. And you will be completing an old cycle and moving into a newer one. I feel like that's a really nice, honest place to be, quite frankly. Darling. All right, let's find out what's going on as far as your love situation. Actually, let's get into health. I want to know what's going on health-wise for you, Virgo. We're going to find out health-wise. Health meaning, and it can come out in any way. Spiritual, come out body, your physical. Maybe it's just like emotionally, or just like within your, it could even come up with some of your job stuff. We don't know yet, but again, it's health. This could be based on anything. Okay. So something you might have not recognized yet, because it's looking like in August, you're not really feeling the positivity, or, being as like, I don't know, optimistic as normal when it comes to this situation. And I feel like this is going to have to deal with something that pushes you. You need to be inspired to be in the information with this. You need to be inspired, and you need to be fulfilled when you're dealing with information on any of these situations. Okay. Let me get the last couple cards here. I just feel like, yeah, it's just like you're not like good at being as positive as you normally are when dealing with this type of thing. Okay. Because there is some sort of sorrow or wanting forgiveness. Now there is healing though in upcoming August. So I do feel like that this is going to change a lot, and it's really going to grow you into a different place. Okay. Because what is surrounding this has all to do. What is the sorrow? There's some investments that you may have made, and it's low in energy. So in August, I feel like you kind of assess everything, and you're realizing that, no matter how much patience, how much positivity, it's just like sometimes when you invest into something or you put your effort into everything, it just is not affected in the bestest of ways. Okay. Now this could be dealing with your financial or your physical body. So again, however that resonates, but I definitely feel like there's something going on as far as, something not growing as much as you thought it was going to grow. Okay. It could even be dealing with, a home or what you're putting into the home. Okay. I feel like you kind of already knew that this would happen. So the reveal will be in August, and everything that is under the surface of the scenario or the situation, all of the connections, all of the information, the illusion will disappear and all of the facts will be revealed from this situation. I definitely think it has something to do with almost like communication, probably. You might be getting communication from somebody. Yeah. Something fair. It's going to bring back like a really fair feeling. But again, you're going to have to deal with that forgiveness and that wound. There's always a wound with it. So, health wise, you're doing pretty good. I think the only thing that you're dealing with could be body. It could be the home too, I feel like. All right, let's get into this love stuff. I'm going to use the big guys. That's the one I like to use. All right, what do we need to let Virgo know about their love situation? Again, if this resonates in the way of a relationship or a coworker, then let it. However this aligns with you, Virgo, I just want to make sure that you're comfortable in your storyline and where you head into August for intentions and just, receiving the information in the way that you're living and expanding in life, okay? All right, so we got our Nine of Cups in reverse. We got our Knight of Wands. So we got a fire sign. So there's already somebody kind of popping up. Now, somebody you had a lot of passion with, somebody who is creating some delays in your life. They're really bringing some frustration for you. Hello, I'm almost done. I do feel like that we don't always get fully what we want, especially when it comes to emotions or, a relationship or this or that. But I do feel like you're being a little bit cold about this. And it's almost like, do you continue to date or do you not date? Or do you continue to, add to this situation or not? You are not expressing yourself. So there is a cold, non like emotional side here that I feel like is happening. You are frustrated though, okay? Because there is a lot of instability within this relationship, whatever relationship this is. This could be a water sign, fire sign. Again, this person probably, you could be younger than this person or quite a bit younger than you. I think that you're probably younger. Yeah. So it's like they bring this reckless feeling, kind of like a dominating feeling to this situation. And I feel like it's almost like you need to let go. Okay. And it's like, I've been patient and now there's this impatience constantly with this individual. And again, it's creating delay. It makes you feel like you're kind of stagnant, standing still. Let's see what else we got surrounding this. What's influencing the situation here with this Knight of Wands? Okay. So we do have somebody here that you kind of continue to keep ignoring how you're feeling. So there's a third party here, Queen of Cups. We do have kind of entering the arena. Now, I feel like when it comes to this Queen of Cups, it seems like it could be a stressful time or something with another person could be really damaging to this relationship or just damaging in general. Hello. Hi. So this could be a very stressful time, but I feel like the more that you're not worrying, the better it's going to become, obviously. But I do feel like when dealing with this person, you're not going to be ignoring yourself here anymore. So when you get into that type of place, the likely outcome of that situation is going to be you dealing with the things, that are breaking your heart. Ultimately, okay, you've been knocked down by so many different things in your life. This is not shit in comparison. So, dealing with this Knight of Wands and moving on and not ignoring how you feel, and a likely outcome of you just like knowing that this is the acceptance, this is the focus, and that's where you're at. Yeah, I just feel like there's not going to be a large effect in August. I feel like the forgiveness is really going to kind of like glaze over the situation. There's going to be a forgiveness though. That will happen. And I don't know if that's with the wands or the cups. I don't know. Because the cups in reverse too, because they're not emotionally talking. They're not emotionally reaching. So I'm not quite sure where that is at. Last couple cards here. Yeah. So the likely outcome again is just that forgiveness. That's kind of where this is headed. Okay. And I feel like because there was a focus of gaining, and it was almost like Virgo, you kind of have to turn over a new leaf to even be able to get into this place where you're even allowed to be forgiven or like be in that place of healing with this other individual or wands. Again, not quite sure, but there is hidden feelings here. In this situation, the likely outcome is that a secret will come out, Virgo. And this is either you talking about the secret or the information or your other person. But I definitely feel like this scenario or this third party or however you want to feel this or align with this is going to bring healing, and it's going to bring a secret though. So secrets can heal as long as the information is in the right place and the intentions are right. But I think that it was kind of obvious. I'm just going to say, and I really think that it's almost like nobody cares when dealing with each other. It's just like we remember each other in positivity. We had these hidden things going on, and now this is what it is, and now there's forgiveness. Okay. Love ads. I know I got ads on my shit. Sorry. All right. What is the ultimate? Let's get the ultimate obstacle or experience in August for Virgo. And then we are going to close out this reading. Thanks for coming in, Princess May. Katarina. I don't know how to say your last name. Can you pronunciate it for me? I'm terrible at names. You should see me. I have to literally look up how to pronunciate certain celebrity names. It's a hot mess. All right, what is... Okay. What else does Virgo need to know? What does the universe need Virgo to know about August 2022? Biggest, whatever. Just need to know it. Just need to know it. Okay. Okay, so we got our Eight of Air, King of Water. The air is reversed, Page of Air. So this keeps coming up. This Page of Air does. Okay, so having to be extremely truthful about something or analytical, I feel like, is definitely something that is going to bring some understanding to whatever situation you're going to be dealing with, especially with, all the connections, the partnerships, and the relationships that you have going on in August. I just feel like it's kind of a big month for you, Virgo. So again, this understandingness, this, being completely trustworthy and honest and logical, rational, whatever, all the good shit, to be all the good shit, you honestly need to maintain this truth, okay? And this needs to always be something that you're doing, but this outspokenness, it is no good unless it's kind with truthfulness, okay? Truth sucks unless it's for a specific reason with good intention. Otherwise, it's just like a bunch of shit, quite honestly. But what is holding you back from all of this, and what has been holding you back, is that you have self-doubt. You don't think you're good at this. You don't think you're, not clear enough to do something, or I don't even know. I just feel like almost sometimes it's like there's an aggressive behavior or an energy, I feel like, that is around you. And I think that sometimes it brings in this, this confusion that you don't have free will, but you do. So do it. Whatever you got to do, do it. Okay. You got free will. All right, Virgo. That's enough of that, huh? All right, please go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. And when you're there, make sure that you go ahead and click the bell. When you click the bell, you'll receive at least 2 notifications a day or more. So if that sounds like something that's okay with you and you're good to go and they don't annoy you too terribly, click on it. Other than that, share, like, and follow, especially the videos that do pop up on the upload. When they do, share them to your social media. Check out mine in the details below, and you can leave a comment, suggestion, question, whatever, or get a hold of me down there. Other than that, thank you guys for coming in. Aaliyah, Princess May, Katarina. See you guys. Bye. Have a good night.